Sorry, my phone overheated, but I'm back at it. But never discourage yourself by saying, oh, only one person like this, or only two people. I mean, are those people not important? Would it not be worth it to know that you helped one person out? What are you doing it for? Are you doing it for clout? You know? Are you doing it so you feel connected to people, so you don't feel so lonely? Always find a deeper meaning in the things that you do. And never rob yourself of the opportunity for more. If it doesn't work out, if your books don't get any traction, just put out more books. Just put out more material. Just keep doing it. Do it because you know that it can help somebody. Do it because you know it helped you. You know? You don't want to wait till it's too late and you got people out here committing suicide or whatever it may be because you robbed them of something that could have possibly saved their lives, which is kind of a fear that I live with, is that while I'm focused on me and being out for myself and how much money I can make with my books and things like that, there are really people out here struggling. They don't know the information that I know. They don't know the information that you know. And like one reminder, one Facebook post, one book, whatever it is, that may be that one thing to change their lives, man. You just never know. And you owe it to the people around you to give them the best that you got. You owe it to yourself to give yourself and other people the best that you got, So don't worry too much about the numbers. The numbers will come. The people will come. That's where you have to build it first. We all want to be recognized for something special. We see people on television getting praised for all their great contributions and things like that. But that's it. They contributed. They put something out there. They put something out there to be received. It's not enough to say, oh man, yeah, he can rap and all that, but I can rap better. Then rap better. If 50 Shades of Grey is so bad of a book, then write better. Write a better book than that then. Do better. Don't worry about the fucking promotion. Just worry about your best material. And just keep putting out your best material. Every little thought. Look at it as if it's a spark. And if that spark hits the right thing, it can catch fire very fast. Wildfires don't start out as wildfires, I can tell you that. It start out as something very small that nobody can see. Nobody can see it coming, so they're not looking to prevent it, and before you know it, boom. One little toss of a cigarette light a whole town on fire. And that's you. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, the more you read, the more you do understand. Let's say I read from this book to the left, I read from this book to the right. The knowledge that I acquire from this book and that book, they get together and they form new ideas. You start making new connections in your mind. That's why it's not a coincidence that the top CEOs in the world read 50 books a year. The moment you understand that and you start reading the right things will probably be for you autobiographies and biographies and self-help books. The moment you start doing that, you do the work, you grasp the information, you can be leaps and bounds of who you once were. Now, I mean, it may come with a bit of loneliness, but it's still worth it. And the loneliness that I speak of is, when you look around, you're like, damn, I don't have anybody in my circle that I can relate to, I feel like nobody around me is off the same shit. And that can be pretty discouraging, just trying to fit in with people. But it was like I told my brother many times, because when he was younger, and when he played basketball against people who weren't as good as him, he played down to the level of competition. And I'm telling you not to do that. Like, you have every right to be unique, even if it means you're standing alone, because one thing about trendsetters, one thing about unique people is that the masses are always looking for somebody to follow. And it's like I heard this guy, what's his name, Dan Pena say, it's like the creators get the cake and people who follow the trends, they get the crumbs. So don't get too lost in the fact that everybody's flocking to this over here. Everybody's flocking to that. They're flocking. They're looking for something fresh. They're looking for something shiny. That's you. That's you. Now, all you have to do now is hold firm to your vision. Make sure that you keep creating and ask yourself, what gift can I give to the world? You know? And when you feel beaten down by the circumstances that you find in life, you have to do things to defy that, to challenge that, you know? Just like, last night I felt a little overwhelmed, tired. It was the circumstances that I was in, and I was like, well, I could sit in it. It's not necessarily going to make anything better. I could watch a little TV to pass the time or whatever, but all I'm really doing is, watching the finished products of somebody else is manifested, who, they persevered. They pushed through those feelings of uncertainty. And it's like, when your back is against the wall and you feel like you're at your lowest of your lows, what do you have to lose? Why are you still acting like you have something to lose? Just put it all out there then. Because if we're being true to our animal nature, when our back is against the wall, that's when we take the most action. And then when you get up, you don't get too comfortable where you forget where you came from. Like, never let up. Never let up. And I'll tell you a secret. The reason why certain basketball players dominate other basketball players is because they don't give in to the fruits that their labor has brought them. They ain't spending too much time partying, drinking, smoking, and shit like that. Don't be fooled. They may have all those things available to them, but they're sticking to the same old game plan. And that's what you should do. And it all starts from something small. It can all start from something small, like a Facebook post. So if you're looking to make a difference, you start small and you just build on it. Always look to build. That's all that matters in the end. Alright, I wanted to say this a while back. I just never got around to it. And I'll take something like this and I'll elaborate it. I'll put it in some of my books that will come out next month. Right now I gotta focus on these other 3 books. Now I'm finishing up one right now. I'm gonna go finish that, down by the waterfront. And but back to one of the examples that I gave. I don't know if it was in this video or the last one I was in. I recorded before my phone overheated. Like over the span of probably like 2 days or so. I'm not even counting what I've been doing since then. I posted just anything that came to mind that I thought would be of some use. I just was posting, and then I guess the genius of it all is that I went back and took those posts that didn't have any likes, had 1 like, 3 likes, whatever. I don't care. I don't care about. I'm okay with making a fool out of myself. And it's like I tell people, I lose more than losers. I fail more than failures. It's because I try more. Okay? And if you are a follower of basketball, I'm sure this applies to other things. And I hope this is still the case, or I'm going to be looking like a fool, but it's still relatively the case. In basketball, the leader in assists right now is John Stockton. He played for the Utah Jazz his whole life. Okay? He's a Hall of Fame basketball player. Nobody cares that he didn't win a championship. He's a Hall of Fame player. But here's the thing. He's the leader in assists, but he's also the leader in turnovers, which means he gave the ball to the other team more than anybody else. Okay? He turned over the ball more than basketball players that you can't even remember. Let's say he turned the ball over 10,000 times. That'd be 10,000 times more than somebody who made it to the NBA and probably played like 120 minutes total, and that person, maybe he never turned the ball over. He's forgotten. Nobody knows the guy who only turned the ball over 5 times. He didn't last very long. Okay? So don't worry too much about the failures. In the animal kingdom, most predators fail most of the time. And since I was talking about sports and baseball, the best baseball players don't hit the ball even half the fucking time. You know, it's considered a good year if you can hit the ball 30% of the time. Okay? It's all about the good that you put into this world. Nobody worried about your downfalls, okay? You can right every wrong. You can take anything small and make it big, just like anything big can be made small. As above, so below. Always work on yourself. Always strive for greatness, and always try to help people out the best way you know how. Even if it means only one person saw it, only one person took something from it. That person matters. That person is somebody's world. Okay? Just like you're somebody's world. And they wanna see you do the best that you possibly can. And that goes far beyond how much you can make, how good you look, or how good you feel. And that's just sacrifice. Do it for the sake of your people, since you really care that much. And I hope you got something out of this. And I'm gonna get back to work, and I just hope that the books that I put out, I just really hope that they do help somebody, because I really had to dig deep for those. I mean, I started writing some of these when I was in the extremely low places, like really back against the wall, when I thought I couldn't go on anymore, and was really sitting down with the idea of just ending it all. Been there many times, and you have too, but it's nothing to hang your head over. It's like what E.T. Eric Thomas said, just getting an award or a reward, whatever, for your suffering. You done suffered this long. You gotta get something out of it. Alright, I'm gone, man. I got things to do. You're a real chatterbox.